Last time on the Titans of Altera.
Here, as the light rises, a young Erden, glowing as the sky, takes hold of the earth, meets the light at the sacred place, and brings the shade.
What, do we fill a prophecy?
Yep.
Never before has an Erden leader spoken these words aloud to any outsiders. You are the Shadowbringers.
Our first order of business as gods. You will now be friends.
We know you're not gods.
Oh.
Good.
What is it you're seeking?
The four of us all had visions that showed various places.
They're seeking the forms of power. Where is the next form?
Desert, maybe?
Our plan was to go there first and then work our way north.
You will not be able to enter the desert.
Why not?
Because of Orang, he was amassing an army of more than 100,000 orcs. Whoa! The Erden need to unite.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Titans of Altera, a 5th edition actual play for gamers of all ages. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Joshua. Going around the table, we have...
Joan.
Did we level up last time?
No.
Yeah, Duffin.
Winnie.
Relnor.
Why did you
could've
treat
waited.
that
I just
as a
thought of
moment
it.
for questions?
No,
Must say,
so-
thing in head.
Where we left
Else it's
off,
God.
you guys
Valid.
successfully, enacted a prophecy.
Fulfill.
That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. You Joan, specifically, I would say Joan and Relnor, more or less, fulfilled a prophecy.
They're
What
the
did
humans.
Relnor do? Hey, shut up.
He was
He gave like a 5-minute speech that was awesome.
he
That
was a
wasn't part of the
human.
prophecy?
No,
They
but
didn't
it
say
was
the
cool.
prophecy, and then a normal human shall give a 5-minute speech. That never happened.
All right, so mostly Joan.
Excuse me, did you see me without my
It
shirt?
was a
I am
great-
far from
okay,
a normal
And
human.
also
Without your shirt, you
Relnor.
looked great, and your speech was amazing. I'm just saying,
But
it wasn't part of the
mostly Joan.
prophecy. It was-
And with
Oh,
the
look at this. There's a footnote on the prophecy.
P.S.
once learning about the prophecy and the current circumstances in the south and the kind of impending invasion of
circumstances.
Orang the Fellhammer. What?
Huh? Go get Orang the Fallen Hammer.
You said
And-
circumstances funny.
I did?
Yeah,
No,
you
you
said
said
circus
fine.
dances.
You
You
said
stumbled over his words, but then he
fine.
said,
Okay.
I love circus stances.
So, you guys learned of Orang the Fellhammer, an orc leading an army of over 100,000 across the world bridge, but they don't know when, but when they know he's amassing his
Which
forces.
is not a real bridge, just to clarify.
No, it's the dead
Also
piece
not a
of
fairy.
land
It's a name.
between the desert
Also
and the
not a
plains.
fairy.
And you guys have all split up. We're doing a bit of a time jump.
Except for Relnor and Delphin, the
Except for
dynamic duo.
Relnor and Dalphin. So first, we're going to jump to Winnie.
Yee!
And it's been several days. You're traveling with Dyer and Rivermist.
I just realized I'm the third wheel.
But you're a very cute third
Oh,
wheel.
cute third wheel.
You're the
Yeah.
squeakiest wheel.
I have Penny. Yeah, you are kind of
Exactly,
squeaky.
you have
Literally
Penny.
the squeakiest.
And you guys are just getting through the kind of last bits of the forest. Dyer's been pretty much leading your way through the swamps as you're kind of getting to more of the plains of the southwest. While you guys have been traveling, you've been noticing Dyer and Rivermist interaction, and you're kind of getting a feel for who they are. Is there anything you want to like say to them or ask them while you guys are on your travels south? It's going to take still several days before you get to the Iron City.
Say, hey, leave room for the Grey God.
She stands between them.
I use
Thanks
whole
for picking
person
the
on
gray
Dyer.
guy.
Just kidding. I don't know. Sure. Hey, Dyer.
He nods his head.
What's your favorite color?
He's kind of like, he says a word in their language, and Rivermist says, he said brown.
Called
Okay. Mine's purple. River Mist. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is probably my hair.
Aw.
Orange.
I like the brightness of my people's natural hair color.
Ah, shoot. You know what? I think I have to change my favorite color now. Thanks a lot, River Mist.
Says, how are you feeling, Winnie?
I'm I mean, pretty happy because all of a sudden we're really awesome.
What is it like being a Shadowbringer?
Actually, kind of scary. I feel residually kind of bad, but realize that I have to remember that we aren't necessarily the ones causing the chaos in your lives. We're just helping you sort it out.
I have always feared the impending invasion of Orang.
Yeah, it's new to me, so it seems a lot scarier.
This feels like the right thing to do
That's good.
for our people.
I'm glad to know I'm not dragging you along.
No. We were the Fire Erden, and she kind of looks at Dyer and almost sympathetically, she says the Fire Erden were planning to unite the Erden through conquest.
Ooh.
First, we were going to try and take the Voss Erden, and then taking our forces south, conquer the Stir, and with them unite the Joro. And this is a better way, I think.
I think so too.
So, what do you know of the prophecy that was foretold?
Your prophecy?
Well, it's a prophecy. I don't think it's just ours.
True. No pun intended.
Are you so proud right now?
Super proud. Also, facepalm.
One word puns are best puns.
Facepalm with pride.
Oh man, I feel like I know so little, but I'm there's so much expected of me. You know? I have Penny. Oh, did I tell you about Penny?
Oh no.
Did you?
Nope. I have a small yellow shoulder angel that talks to only me and no one else can see her.
Dyer looks up and looks at you. And then he and River look at each other and they go, "That's nice."
It is. Thank you.
And they
both-
start walking a little faster.
They walk a little further away from me.
Is this a thing with the rest of the Shadowbringers?
Yeah, no, I'd say it to kind of weird you out because it's entertaining. But Joan has a being that she sees that's connected to the stone goat. His name is Artemis. Well, and I have Penny, which we think is my Artemis, but she's not a goat, and she has one horn, but maybe she's a goat and she lost a horn, but maybe she has a stone thing, but we don't have the stone thing. And then, yeah.
That is a lot to be thinking about.
I just try not to think about it.
Well, perhaps we can focus our thoughts on how to convince Lord Aaron and the Iron City to join us against the orcs.
Okay, I'll tell Penny to think of ideas. She's good at that.
I was just thinking, I really want at some point for Winnie to get really angry at Penny. And like just have someone watching. Yeah. I think that'd be
I don't
hilarious.
think that'll happen.
No, I know.
You're going to have to wait till you get your penny.
Shut up. You'll shut up.
Yours can be Denny.
Denny.
That name.
That's a rough name.
So
Lenny?
you guys continue on your way south, having
kidding.
your
Kravitz.
conversations, getting to know each other better. And we're going to jump to Joan.
Oh, I was
Boing.
hoping you were gonna pick the boy.
Nah, they can sit there still. Joan, you've been traveling in the plains for several days.
Clippity cloppity, give me the zoppity.
In your goat, your goat golem, looking for the Stir Erden, the horse people,
Stirred and
the Stir Erden Street, and
The stir.
it's kind of perfect.
Was that funny?
I didn't plan that.
people.
Okay, yeah.
There's the mnemonic.
the
That's how we
stirred.
remember.
And it's kind of midday, second day, and you see a little scuffle happening in the distance. It looks like a couple of like 3 or 4 horses are kind of running down and chasing around a small figure with a pack.
okay. I'm going to approach.
Okay, you're gonna clop over?
No.
No?
Yeah. No.
Your call.
I'm gonna talk to Artemis.
Okay,
gonna
actually,
try
I
to.
will say this: since fulfilling the prophecy, you have felt a stronger affinity
Oh.
towards Artemis. You feel like he has begun respecting you a little bit more.
Good.
And,
I do deserve some respect.
And you're starting to feel like the two of you are closer. So what do you do? Seeing this little person getting harassed by these horses, these horse
I
people.
ask Artemis, should I intervene?
You get a sense that he feels it would be right to intervene.
Intervene. Okay, then I approach. Clippity cloppity, give me the zoppity.
All right, the goat golem stomps over and
I clip clop.
okay, your clip clopping is closer to stomping to these people.
I clip clop.
You got
yeah.
some big clips
Yeah,
and some big
yeah.
clumps.
Yeah.
Clip clops.
You,
I climp clomp.
you
Streered
clippity stompity over, and the horses immediately start to kind of like get uncomfortable, and the riders kind of move away a little bit as you approach, and the little you notice now halfling with carrying a large pack on its back is still cowering in fear without realizing what's going on, while the four horsemen kind of have moved away a little bit from you and are kind of shouting. Yeah.
I say to the halfling through my megaphone of a goat,
Yep.
excuse me, do you need some help?
What?
Are
He
these...
starts to look up and he goes, "Oh, goodness gracious, and buttons and mittens, what are you?"
We stumbled into a Dr. Seuss story.
My name is Joan. I am currently inside...
He starts dumping his pack. He goes, "You can have it all, just
No.
leave me be."
No, I am wondering if these horses are bothering you.
The horses aren't the problem.
The warriors on the horses?
Yeah.
Why are they bothering you?
They want my goods.
Okay,
but they won't trade.
put your goods back in your bag.
He says, "You want my bag?"
No, I want you to keep your bag. I'm here to protect you.
He looks back at the horse guys and he goes, "You're here to protect me."
I stand over him.
He turns around after stuffing his bag and kind of puffs up his chest. He goes,
What's your name?
"The name's Toefoot."
No, really? Did you just come up with
the
that?
look of instant regret on Josh's face right
Yeah,
after he
yeah.
said that.
Toefoot bag wearer
Rather on the nose, don't you think?
of the Southern bag wearers.
Toefoot bag wearer. Wow, what a name. Do you have a nickname?
You can call me Topher.
Oh, okay.
Topher would be a great
Thank
name.
the gods.
It is a name.
Just
Toefoot isn't.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's what my friends call me.
Topher?
Yeah,
Good. I will call you Can I be one of your friends?
sure.
Okay.
If you don't want my bag,
Nope.
what are you gonna do about these guys? And he kind of points at them.
And I go, hey, you guys,
One of them goes, "What?
why are you bothering this halfling?
We weren't bothering the halfling. We were just checking on him."
No, you were scuffling.
With force.
You were intimidating
I was going
him.
to say robbing.
Uh,
Not bothering him, we're just robbing him.
We needed the supplies,
What supplies?
the food and goods.
Maybe you should trade then.
We don't want to trade.
That's not how this works. And I stomp one of my feet.
Ooh.
And the horse is kind of like, he goes, "And who are you to tell us what to do?"
I'm Joan the Magnificent.
The laughing is like real big eyes. He goes, "You guys are in trouble." And we've not heard of this Joan the Magnificent.
Well, it sounds like you don't get out much because you don't know how to trade.
You're dumb.
You're a bully.
We're
I don't like bullies. Captain America.
Kelsey Lorimer, Joan Stormcat.
So many good office references today.
Do you just keep yelling at him or?
Yeah.
Okay, they one
Why
one
wouldn't I?
one of them steps up and says, "Why you taking all this from that thing? Let's just attack it." And so one
Says
of them,
it to me?
yeah, one of them throws a spear. No, at his buddy.
Oh, okay.
Roll for it.
8.
Nope.
It just kind of
Clink.
clinks off of your stone.
Good job.
So you yell at them?
Real tough.
You haven't heard the last of the Stir Erdenstree.
You're right, I haven't, because I'm coming to visit.
What?
Take me back to your camp. I need to talk to your leader.
Take me to your leader.
Yeah.
You talk to our leader when she wants to talk to you.
Well, she doesn't know I exist, so I need to go introduce myself.
We'll be sure to let her know you exist.
Good, because I'm going to follow you.
You better watch your back.
I can't. I'm a goat.
You... they all turn and start running away.
And I say, Topher, get on my back.
He goes, but I'm going that way.
But come with me. It'll be fun. We're friends.
Deliveries to make.
Okay.
Oh.
How many times a giant stone goat gives you a chance to get on its back and go on an adventure?
I can help you make up your deliveries real fast because I'm a goat.
Well, I am a Bagwell. And he jumps on your back.
Yes.
Climbs up. And
I chase after the horses.
all right.
Bagwell?
And he kind of yells, "I'm going
What was his
on
name
an
before that?
adventure."
Bagwell is better. Bagwell.
Oh, Bagwell. We'll go
Topher
Bagwell.
Bagwell's the name.
Toefoot Bagwearer.
No, it's not Topher Bagwearer. Make him Topher Bagwell.
It's
Okay,
like, it's
Topher
like,
Bagwell.
it's like
That's a much better name.
it's like when
That is infinitely better than Toefoot Bagwearer.
I don't know. It's growing on me. It's like
definitely growing on
when
me.
immigrants came to America and they would go, "That's not your name. Let's tweak it."
Every time I hear it, it makes me irrationally angry.
That's a bad name.
This is so dumb.
Okay, all right. Topher Bagwell gets on your back, and you start chasing after the horses. However, eventually they split into 4 different directions.
I try to tune into Artemis to see what
Okay.
Artemis thinks I should do.
He has no opinions on this thing.
What are the 4 directions that they go?
Away from you.
All south.
One really far to the left, one really far to the right, one kind of to the left, one kind of to the right.
And since you're going south, left is
Doesn't matter.
west.
Doesn't matter. It's not necessarily southwest. It's just away.
What direction was I supposed to be going?
You are in the plains of the southeast. It's kind of a big, giant area that you can just trot
Can I
around.
see anything?
Hills, fields,
Which one were you talking to?
some trees.
I asked Topher, which way should we go?
Well, you can help me make my delivery.
Topher, we have a mission.
We have a mission.
There's a lot of horse people out here.
Yeah, and you're on a giant goat.
I guess follow the one on the right.
Okay, we go to the right.
Which one?
The one on the right.
The far right or the kind of to the right?
I'm talking to Josh.
I don't know. You choose where you go.
The kind of to the right.
Okay. Joan continues to chase after the kind of to the right one. And while she does that with Topher Bagwell on her back, we're going to jump to
The boys.
the boys.
The boys.
What a great name for a halfling.
Dynamic
Good
duo.
job.
Way to go, Josh.
Yeah.
And
Way to think on your feet.
you guys are
But I'm just
you guys are coming upon your second Yoro Erden village.
After successfully convincing the last one.
Nope. Definitely failed convincing the last one.
Oh.
The Yaller there was a very old woman that did not care to listen to you guys or hear
She
anything
was
you had to
not
say.
a shot caller.
Not like her.
Dalphin tried to trick her into thinking orcs were attacking and didn't work.
What?
Yeah, it's coming back to me.
Now, hold on, let me
How
get my.
dare you?
Now you guys come upon a small boy who is kind of tending his sheep, a little shepherd, and
Hello, sheep boy.
he just shout out from.
Yeah.
Okay. He immediately sees you, and you can see he has like a sling in one hand and a staff in the other. And he kind of starts spinning his sling. He goes, "Huh?"
It's okay. We're not going to hurt you.
He kind of turns his head like he doesn't understand what you're saying.
Oh. Can I try and speak their language again?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to say, and I'm going to say it how I would say it normally. This
Please.
time.
Yeah.
We come in peace. We mean no harm. Mean you no harm.
Roll for it.
What am I rolling?
What did I have you roll last time? Did I have you roll history check or
Um,
performance?
You had me roll history, I think, last time.
Okay, yeah,
Let's do history this time as well.
Yep.
Because my performance is -2. Heyo, 19.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
That's with 0 modifiers.
I think because you spent more time with the Yoro than any of the other Erden, you do a fairly good job of communicating what you're trying to say. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let that be a roll for general conversation. So you can
cool.
just
I can ride that roll.
kind of talk. You can kind of understand what he says and kind
Giddy
of
up,
talk to him.
language.
Yeah. And he says, "What did you say again?"
I said, we come in peace. I mean you no harm. We mean you no harm.
Okay. He says, "Oh, okay. What are you here for? The sheep are ours."
We are here, and I'll kind of take the conversation because I'm speaking their language a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll say, we don't want your sheep. We want to speak to your yaller.
Do you want to speak to Mada?
If your da is the yaller, then yes.
He nods his head. Says, "All right."
We come with a message from the Fire Erden and the Joro Erden. Was that right?
We're the Jordan.
Oh, the Fire Erden and the Relnor. What was the other people?
Streard and True?
Nope.
No. Street. Hang on.
Stree and True are the two
Voss.
endings. Oh,
Street,
Voss.
okay, Voss. All right.
We
Says
come with,
Winnie in your head.
with a message from the Fire and the Voss Erden.
His eyes get really wide and he goes, "What, are they at war?"
No, they are joining forces.
His eyes get even wider and he's like, you should tell my father.
We would love to do that, which is why I asked to speak with him in the first place.
All right. He says, he walks up to you and
And he's speaking his language, right?
and puts out a hand. He's about same height as you.
And I-
maybe a little taller.
High five.
You high five, and he kind of looks at his hand a little weird, like what just happened, and he says, "I'm Tommen."
Hello, Tommen. I am Dalfin. This is the great Captain Relnor.
He's like, "Whoa." Roll me a history check one more time.
Okay. 9.
You called him great, as in very large.
Oh!
Hey.
The large Captain Relnor. You don't know that I insulted you. I don't know that I insulted you.
I don't know what's going on at all.
Yeah.
It's like these two guys are just talking.
And then Tommen says, "I've seen bigger."
But I think he says, I seen greater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you haven't
He says,
seen.
he says, "Wait till you see my father, Abram, the
Ooh.
Yaller of our village."
I will wait till then.
Okay, so he leads you guys into the village, kind of herding his sheep as well.
Don't hurt the sheep.
Herding.
Okay.
And leads you to kind of the village is made up of several different huts. They're definitely permanent residents. They're not movable. They're
Not nomadic.
Stationary. Yeah. And
Dalvin, what's going on?
Oh, sorry. That's a good point. This is Tommen. He is the son of the Yaller of these people. He's taking us to see his father.
Okay. And he takes you guys to just one of the huts. They're all pretty much the same. None stands out different than the others, really. And inside, you find a rather large Erden. He's very well built, strong, almost like leathery skin, like it's been out in the sun a lot. And he's
Okay.
he's working on some tools.
I'm gonna say something to Relnor real quick. I'm gonna whisper, "Hey, Relnor.
Yeah.
You do the talking. I'll translate."
Okay.
I just think you're better at this part.
Okay.
Your Yallerness.
Boy, let me talk went out the
Oh,
window.
I was
real
gonna- I was about to introduce you.
You do the talking, and then he uses their
He's your Harold.
I'm going to introduce you.
This is Jon Snow.
All right, Harold, do your thing.
Just kidding.
Pardon my interruption, your Yallerness.
He looks up.
I come with the great Captain Relnor Windhelm, with tidings from the fire and the Vasser Erden. Voss Erden.
He looks at Relnor and he looks at you and he goes, "What is the message?" In his language.
What is the message?
Oh,
Eric, I mean, Ronor, what's the message?
Ronor's looking at some papers.
Roller's thinking about what he wants to say, and he's
Should have
feeling
done that
not-
during the last 2 days.
feeling not
we're already in the
eloquent.
tent.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep the y'all are waiting.
Sound like you said y'all are waiting.
Yeah,
Y'all are waiting.
they are. They are waiting.
Delphin? What's the appropriate term of respect in their language? Your Honor,
Respect.
Your
I say
Majesty.
respect in their language.
Roll me a history check.
I thought you said I could ride the roll.
For general conversation.
9. I'm going to use a luck point.
Yeah. Do it.
Ooh. That was almost 20. Ended up being a 2. I'm going to go with a 9.
Okay, you tell him. You tell Relnor what you think the word for respect is. Relnor, you repeat it.
Be heed or heard it.
your beheed to herdedness.
You just called him a big cow.
Miss.
Yes.
we come from the fire and Voss Erden.
We come from the fire and Vosserden.
And he holds up his hand and he goes, I understand your common tongue.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Perfect. Relnor, you talk, please.
He said, why did you come here to just call me a big cow?
Excuse me? Excuse me? Huh? For our audio listeners, which is again all of you,
That was,
I first looked at the Jarl.
The Jarl. The Yaller.
to be in your
The
defense,
Yaller.
I've almost said Jarl 3 times. And I've naturally stopped myself.
I can't not say
Yaller.
Yaller.
y'all.
Okay, we're clear on that.
No, I meant your Majesty. I think there was something lost in translation there.
Well, what is your message?
We are coming from the fire and Voss Erden. They are uniting in order to
The forest tribes are
Yes.
come together.
yes.
That is a bold claim.
Oren Fellhammer is leading 100,000 strong orc army across the world bridge.
He nods his head and he says, we know of Orang and what he plans to do. His raiding parties have been berating our people in the plains for weeks now.
Yes. It also turns out that we have a magic goat statue and have thus fulfilled a prophecy.
We're the bringers of shade.
Yeah.
His eyes get wide at that terminology. Who told you of these things?
Gray Tree and Wolf. We realize that merely knowing the prophecy is proof of our claim, because no other outsider has been told it besides the 4 leaders.
This is true.
Ba-dum-ts.
You bring...
He speak the true.
This would be a great thing for our people, but would also portend the end of all things.
Oh, we're hoping to avoid that part.
You know, the end is just someone else's beginning.
Wow.
Wow.
Fortune cookie Relnor over here.
Oh, I want Chinese now.
Your lucky
Well-
numbers are.
I understand that you're a large captain.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
I go,
I think there were 2 things lost in translation.
You are both Shadowbringers.
we hope to be. We are currently searching for the forms of power. We have one. We need more.
And what does this have to do with my village?
You, along with the other Joro Erden.
Euro
Yep, yep.
Erden?
Joro Erden.
Either or. Just depends on how you pronounce it. It's Joro.
You and all the other Joro Erden are being summoned by Wolf and Grey Tree to join forces at the World Bridge to stop Orung the Fellhammer.
At which point, excuse me.
Am I getting the names right? No.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Orung.
Orang.
At which point,
Close enough.
we've had visions of where we believe the other forms of power are, and then we're going to cross down into the south, and we believe that one of them is down there.
In the desert.
This is grave news.
Pretty grave.
It would require a council of the Yallars, which has not been called for many years.
Oh, cool.
You know, you would be a real baller yaller if you would just call her.
Oh my gosh.
SMH.
We will head. We will send out word for a council of the Yallar
Woo!
to meet at the Hall of Ages.
Make sure you specifically tell the last village we met to come. They did not listen to us.
They will hear. He looks at his son and he goes, Tommen, gather the others and send word to all the nearby villages that we are gathering a council at the Hall of Ages.
So says, what's his name?
Yallar Abram.
Oh, that's right, Abram. Yeah.
We will make our way, if you will accompany us, to the Hall of Ages.
Roder, we did it.
You will need to speak your piece to the other Yallars,
Okay.
and I will want counsel from my brother Obed on our way there.
All right, let's get Obed.
He was once, I'll get into that later. We'll meet Obed in
Okay.
a bit.
Did you say Hall of Ages? Okay.
For the sake of, I think, getting to where you guys need to go and not gilding the lily, we're going to jump 3 days ahead. And what I want is...
2 nights? 3 nights?
2 nights.
Okay.
3 days. And what I would like is for you guys to kind of explain what it is that you're doing in that time. If there's anything that you want to try and accomplish or learn or understand, I want to cover those things. So let's start with Winnie.
Okay.
It's by the end of these 3 days, you'll be just in front of the Iron City. So is there anything else you want to try and learn or understand or do
Yes.
during that time?
Yes, I want to ask. Oh, here we go. Okay. So Winnie turns to, at some point during their walking, I promise Winnie doesn't talk the whole time, but close to it. Winnie goes, so what are the Oro Hand like? You've spent some time with them, right, Dyer?
Yeah, Dyer nods his head, and he kind of uses River Mist to translate. He's going to talk to her, and then she'll relay it to you. And she says, Dyer has known the Lord of the Oro Urden. They actually have no final name.
Oh.
They are only referred to as the Oro Urden.
Oh, note to
because
self.
they are not truly our people. They could never be true. They do not want to ever be
Oh,
united. So they are always be themselves.
Hathork. Woo.
But they're not tree either.
No, Stree.
Stree, they're not stree.
So close.
I'm getting there, man.
Says, but Dyer and the Oro King, Aaron, grew up together, at least aware of one another. The Voss Erden have had, and she looks back at Dyer, and he says some more stuff, and she says, they've had a friendly trade relation with the Oro Erden for many years. She says, it's largely the reason that my father could never take over the Voss Erden.
Ooh. Winnie taps her nose at Dyer. Good thinking.
And he nods his head. So he tells you a little bit more about how the relationship between the Oro and the Voss kind of started, how they kind of united being people who are looked at by others as less.
Right.
You learn as she starts to talk that this is somewhat Dyer's kind of MO. He's incredibly forward thinking
That's cool.
amongst his people.
Yeah.
He's the biggest reason why they have trade relationships with
Nice.
the Oro Erden. Before they united in that way or they had that relationship, the Voss Erden were pretty much almost going to be extinct. At one point, the Voss Erden were just as strong in terms of numbers as the Fire.
Right.
But at this point, it's like 75-25.
Ooh.
And they've been able to maintain their homeland because they have the backing and support of this much stronger military and honestly resource force that the Iron City is.
No, I'm so proud of him.
And it's part of
no
the reason.
claim to that, but I'm
it's
proud
part
of
of the reason why the two of them got together. You kind of get the sense that as she's explaining from Dyer the way this relationship between him and Lord Aaron kind of grew is almost somewhat of a parallel between their relationship.
Right. Except he probably didn't fall in love with the Lord.
No,
Aaron.
no. But kind of in the same ways of reaching out and how
Uh-huh.
she never believed that their people could be united,
Yeah.
but Dyer was able to kind of get her to see his dream.
I'm just joshing you.
No, I got you. I'm just trying to give some explanation without making it super long with all the dialogue.
I like it.
Yeah, is there anything else that you're wanting to learn or
Nope,
no?
that was it pretty much.
Okay. Awesome. So as you guys kind of go just throughout those travels, you learn more about Dyer and River Mist and their history and kind of some of the barriers that they'll have to overcome because there hasn't been a Voss and Fire union
Right.
ever.
Vire? Voss?
We'll figure out what happens with Winnie on the next episode. But before we end,
Woo woo.
we're going to jump back to Joan. What is it that you... I hate that noise.
I know.
Unapologetically.
And unapologetically, I go,
I know. I can't help it.
What is love?
Yep. Marriage.
What is it good for?
No, you got songs mixed up.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Have
We're
you?
gonna have a talk later.
I'll say this: you were able to chase down the one guy, but you were never able to really find the full pack. Of
what was his
warriors.
name?
His name?
Yeah.
Berdegurd.
Berda.
Yeah.
Could you spell that?
He's not translating it for you. It's
That's
just
fine.
what he says
Berdegurda.
his name is.
Burda.
When I ran him down, I said, clippity cloppity, I'm going to give you the stompity, Berda.
Please don't.
I said, we've got some deliveries to make. I'll be back for you.
You just kick him.
No,
No. Okay.
unnecessary violence.
Okay.
Clippity cloppity intensifiers.
All right. You let him go.
Yeah.
Okay. And he says, "Well, we'll be back for you."
Do you keep his horse?
No.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right. What do you do with Topher Bagwell?
Topher, let's make those deliveries.
Sounds good to me.
Where am I going?
Well, first we have to go to, and he starts listing off all the different places.
What types of things is he delivering?
You get the sense that the things he's delivering are like knickknacks. Like, it's more like his personal quest to deliver things. It's really not.
Who has asked for these things, Topher?
Well, everybody wants things.
But, like, what are you giving them? What's that right there?
This right here is a slingshot.
Why did they need a slingshot?
You can do this. And he picks up a pebble from your back. Just kind of flings it into the
I
air.
imagine he's like a telemarketer. And this over
He
here.
goes, and if they want this, I'll throw in one of these.
What's that?
It's a little bottle of oil.
Oh. What would they use that for?
Great for cooking and for making your skin baby smooth.
What was the last thing you delivered?
The last thing I delivered was a pair of shoes.
Are these things that you make? How do you get these things?
I find them.
And then how do the people who you're delivering to them communicate to you that they want them?
Everybody wants things.
So you just walk up to them and then go, "Do you want any of my things?"
He's a traveling salesman. Is what he is.
I trade things. I'm a tradesman.
So what's your favorite thing that you've ever gotten from a trade?
I personally love maps.
Maps.
Yes. My father was a map maker, and he was terrible at it, but I love maps.
Oh, okay. And what's the best deal you've ever made? Like you gave them something so worthless and you got something great in return.
I never give anybody anything worthless. I always make very fair trades. So the last
I
thing
would expect nothing less from you, Topher.
the best thing I ever traded was my pack. I got this pack.
What'd you give them?
I don't remember.
Oh.
But whatever it was, it's not as good as the pack.
Oh, okay. So this was your winning trade.
The pack is my favorite thing.
Okay. How many more trades do you need to make today?
Oh, I'd like to make as many as I can before the sun goes down.
Are we going to specific places or just any?
Yeah, and he starts listing off different locations.
Are these regular customers to you? Your business is very confusing to me.
I usually just go where I want.
Have
and
you ever
There's always
sold-
someone there to trade.
Have you ever sold an entire set of encyclopedias?
I don't even know what those are.
We've got a lot of talking to do. Topher. A lot of talking.
Okay. The more you learn about Topher Bagwell, the more you realize that he doesn't really ever trade things as much as he finds something and leaves something. So he'll just pick up something, but then he always makes sure to leave something in return.
So he's trading with the universe.
He's trading with whatever he finds. Yeah. And his bag is just full of all kinds of different weird knickknacks.
Do we find anything cool on our journey?
What kind of stuff are you hoping to find? I don't know.
Random stuff in the desert?
I planned for Topher to not be part of this story, so I don't have like
Sorry.
a whole story ready for you.
I hope I meet Topher because I have something really cool to trade him. I still have Markle Sparkle's fake thumb.
You do.
I'm trying to see if I could give him anything. I don't think I have anything
Genius.
cool. I don't. I need everything that I have.
I mean, he would find all the things on. He doesn't even know you're a human at this point. Do you show him that you're human at any point? Do you get out of the golem?
Yeah. I gotta get out and stretch.
So you've got kind of a buddy
Yeah.
along with you as you're searching for the Stururden.
Joan the Magnificent
Yeah.
pops out of her golem.
Yeah.
The rocks you step on are now valuable.
That's true.
He's probably scooping up handfuls of dirt, putting in a little vial, and be like, Joan the Magnificent walked here.
I don't know if he's drinking my Kool-Aid that hard.
Probably not.
I mean, when he sees you pop out of the golem, I think that probably counts for something.
Yeah,
but
when he sees her come out of the golem, he's like, this makes so much more sense.
You didn't think a talking goat, stone goat, was real?
I don't know what to think, but the fact that there's a person inside makes it just kind of, make more sense.
I will also tell you that my name is not Joan the Magnificent. It's Joan Stormcrown. I was just posturing myself.
My name isn't Topher Bagwell.
It's Toefoot bag wearer.
Ricky just shakes his head.
I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
Ricky disapproves.
Throughout those 2 nights,
Yeah.
you do sense Artemis. He's becoming even more aware of himself. You get the sense that he's almost like, I don't want to say becoming sentient, but like the more you talk with him, the more you engage with him and kind of seek out his presence, the more you start to feel he has his own identity. And he's not just some kind of like built-in response system, but he's actually a person.
Okay.
He's an integrated personality.
Yeah. And occasionally while you and Topher are sitting down at the fire, you'll see him walk over in kind of his humanoid form that first night, and he'll sit down and just watch the fire with you guys. He won't really talk to make. He doesn't want to make you look crazy, but
Thanks, Artemis.
but he'll laugh at things that you and Topher say, and
Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
seems less robotic.
Cool.
Than at first. And then let's finally jump to Relnor and Dalfin.
Boing.
So during your guys' 3-day travel with the Yoro Erden, I'm going to say the first 2 days of traveling, the third day you guys actually get to kind of the main location. During those first 2 days of travel, you meet Obed.
The brother of Abram.
The brother of Abram, another Yaller in one of the local villages.
Oh, he's another Yaller.
He's his older brother. He's much older. He's got graying hair, but has this. He's almost even built more like a tank. He's just very, very thick. And you learn from him that there are a set of, they're actually a sect of Yoro Erden Stree, and they're kind of referred to as.
There's war farmers?
And they're
Cool.
a lot of them. It's more like a season of time. There are some who join it as young men and then they leave once they're older.
Interesting.
Oh, it's
but,
like a militia.
Yeah, they have their own little military.
And their whole thing is guarding the world bridge.
That's so cool.
So most Yoro families will send at least one child
It's like their duty
to be a part of
to
the
contribute.
of the Yoro Erden Stree. Some choose to stay with the Stree, with the Yoro Erden Stree.
Oh, gotcha.
And stay on the borders, trying to protect the Yoro from raiding parties of orcs. But there aren't many of them. So just kind
And
of...
they can't protect all the villages at all times.
Yeah. So you get the sense, Relnor, that this would be the closest thing to a fighting force that the Yoro have at hand.
okay.
But during your travels as well, you learn about some of the natural skills that the Yoro have grown just being farmers.
They're
and
hardy people.
Shepherds. Yeah. They're hardy people. And you see Tommen can hit like anything in between 20 to 60 feet,
Except for me.
like a dead eye with that sling. Like he's just an
Okay.
incredibly good shot with it. and you learn that that's pretty regular for their shepherds to be carrying slings with them and have that kind of precision.
Okay.
You guys get to the central kind of it's I call it the central village, but it's really close to the border actually. And it's got a very large structure, kind of built of wood and
Is this the Stree?
some cobbled stone.
Stree Village?
No.
Okay.
I actually the Stree would like this their barracks would be here
Okay.
more or less,
But they travel a lot.
they're all along the border, yeah, and they do have mobile tents and things that they use to kind of as temporary housing while they're traveling along the border.
Okay.
It's not a large force. Like there's maybe 1,000 of them.
But they'd have to be formidable to be able to keep the orcs at bay.
It's one of those things like it's more like a good intention than it is like
Yeah.
an actually effective fighting
Like a
force.
volunteer firefighter.
Yeah. Like they're able to stop some orcs, but they can't cover the whole world bridge. And
National Guard.
yeah, there's no way that they can actually keep orcs from ever coming across. And you know that during your time when you were traveling in the south, that it's fairly regular for an orc raiding party to make its way and attack a village or something. Is there anything that you guys want to discover or learn or understand?
I want some of their food. Some more of their food. I miss their food.
Okay, yeah. They're more than happy to prepare their food for
Their
you.
cheeses.
They have great cooks.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah. And especially at this big location, this is one of the bigger villages. There's definitely a lot more culinary
Variety.
variety here. Yeah. So it's going to take. They basically they let you know that it's going to take another couple days before enough Yallers have gathered for a council. But you kind of are able to get some time to get to know the people. Is there anything that you guys want to?
Did we ever find out what kind of advice Obed gave?
Obed?
Obed gave Abram? Because he was looking for counsel from his brother.
Yeah. I mean, Obed was more of a confirmer. Because of his time at the border, he's really aware of
The threat.
the threat of the orcs from the south.
Cool.
And he knows of Orung, the Fellhammer, very well. And yeah,
So he's going to be one of our advocates, hopefully.
yeah,
Okay.
he's kind of more for it.
Who was the Jarl that we couldn't convince?
I'm gonna say her name.
Yaller.
Yeah.
Yaller that we couldn't convince.
It was Esther,
Okay.
an older Yaller from and you also learn this because you guys are moving south as you're moving towards this kind of big village, and you learn that the further north a Yoro village is, the less they care about the conflicts
Obviously, because they're not aware of it as
of
much.
the south. Yeah.
It's not as present.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
anything else you guys want to try and learn or get or understand
I'm definitely
or
going to
do?
follow Delphin's lead and partake in as much of their cuisine as I can.
Is Tommen coming as well?
I've got a title that
Yeah.
I need to live up to.
Okay.
Large Captain Realm.
I want to see how. I want to see how good he is. I want to see if he can hit
Heck
me
yes.
Okay.
with his sling.
Oh, geez.
You like getting hit, don't you?
No, I like dodging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Non-natural 20.
That's a hit. But what's the damage?
Let me see here. Probably
Oh, man.
5.
I spend a key point and catch it.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
You catch it, but you're like, this kid's got a good,
Yeah.
he's a good
I'm
aim.
like, good throw, little guy.
Little guy.
I imagine Delphin standing there catching it right in front of his face and saying, wow, this rock looks like the back of my hand.
And the other kind of younger Erden that have been kind of around you guys, they kind of applaud at your
Yeah.
catch. But yeah.
I bow.
So you guys are kind of getting to know the people. Anything else, Runner?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You said it's gonna be another couple days before we get there.
It's no, you guys are there. It's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
it's gonna be a couple days before enough
They all assemble.
enough of the leaders show up for an actual council.
Okay.
Yeah. And I need both Relnor and Dalphin to roll me a perception check.
Historically, not been great at these. I'm gonna spend a luck point. Hey-o, 21.
Nice.
Wow. I think that makes up for the other ones.
Yeah, I got an 8 before. this.
15.
15. Okay.
You
Dalphin.
guys, you're super
Yes.
During your time, kind of just that now you guys are at this big village and you're just kind of sitting around.
Mhm. Playing with the goats,
Yeah,
sheep.
yeah. You guys are eating one evening, and
Yum.
your eye catches a bird in the distance, kind of perched. It's a rather large bird perched on the top of a roof.
Is that uncommon?
and you haven't seen a lot of large birds. Like you've seen little ones and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's staring you like dead in the eye. It's just like kind of like it's kind of like got its wings
kinda
on its side and it's just
look
looking
from-
at you.
I look to my right. I look to my left. I look behind me. I look back at the bird. And I kind of point at myself like, me?
And then after you look to the side
Yeah.
and then look back, it's gone.
Huh. Oh, just that big bird.
Did I see that with a 15?
You distinctly know that you did not see it.
Okay. No, I didn't.
Okay.
Where was it?
I was on that roof.
I mean, what was? You said it was a strange bird,
No, it's just big.
big bird.
Bigger than I'd seen in this area for.
Big Bird.
La, la, la. He's sitting on the roof just kicking his feet.
I love it so much.
That's such a great visual.
Childhood.
Just like staring you down. That's kind of creepy though.
Yeah.
He's smiling.
That's
He's
one of my
smiling.
favorite
Creepy.
bits on Sesame Street is when they say, "Oh, the sun is shining, the birds are singing," and then Big Bird walks in going, "La la la."
Classic Sesame
Oh,
Street.
it's great. Okay,
Delphin, you felt it was strange enough to mention?
I don't know, it's just big, and I felt like it was staring at me.
Dolphin, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Rut-row.
I'm looking for a DC 15.
Wisdom.
Yep. Saving
Don't
throw.
cheat.
Oh, that's not bad.
No cheats.
I'm going to use a luck point again.
Day's almost over.
Oh, 20. Non-natural 20.
Okay. You feel some kind of tug on your mind, but
"Ah."
it's not like it's more like maybe you're just thinking it's the confusion of Relnor not having seen
Yeah,
the thing.
or some bad cheese.
Yeah.
No such thing.
Nothing certain. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and call this episode over. And
Oh, man, I kind of wish I would have failed it.
we're gonna learn more.
Now that I know what it is, I think.
We're going to learn more about what's going on, and we're going to learn more about the South and the impending war next episode.
All right.
So thank you guys so much for listening and for being part of this adventure. If you enjoyed this episode and you're enjoying the story so far, please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. That would really help us kind of increase kind of our, I don't know what you call it, our ability to be seen on iTunes and some of the other
Visibility.
our visibility on the podcast platforms. And if you'd like, you can always reach out to us at thetitanpod@gmail.com. Would love to hear about what you think of the show, if you have any questions or thoughts you have about the adventure. We also love hearing stories. I want to give a shout out to Christopher Anderson. He listens to Titans with his daughters. But he said, my daughters Alexa and Serena and I love the Titans of Altera. I listened to the first few episodes and thought they might enjoy it. So I started over, listening to it again with them, and he was right. He says, Alexa loves pretending to be Joan,
Dad
Serena
win.
loves pretending to be Winnie, and they usually call me Relnor. and we all love Dolphin. Every time Erin gives her introduction,
Winnie.
Serena has a big smile on her face. The other day, he said, I came downstairs to find Serena running around with a book and a magic wand. She said, Dad, ask Winnie why her spell book is glowing with green sparkles. And so he asked, Winnie, why is your spell book glowing with green sparkles? She answered, as if to say, of course you should already know this, because it's magic.
Duh.
So I seriously love that. And
That's
they drew
adorable.
they drew
That's
some
canon
pictures of
now,
us
guys.
and sent them to us. So I just wanted to shout out
Green sparkles.
Serena, Alexa,
Green
and
sparkle
Christopher.
book.
Thank you guys so much for
Yeah,
listening.
thanks for listening.
We really, really appreciate it. It means so much to us, and messages like that seriously
I'm just so glad that people are enjoying it.
make my day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I enjoy it. It's just fun.
Absolutely. If you would like to get more involved with the Titans of Altera, we have a Patreon where you can go and support us monthly
Via money.
at patreon.com/the Titan Pod. We do lots of extra stuff there, and one of my favorite things is a post show, which we're going to record right after this.
And the autopsy.
And then we do an autopsy every single week, where we look back at the previous week's episode.
Which is so fun to hear people that have been listening and then become patrons, and they jump on the Discord and they're like, I love the post show. It adds so much more.
I know.
Yes.
It's been really
Like,
fun.
yeah.
I'm glad that people are enjoying it. So
That's the great thing is like the monetary support is great, but then when patrons are like, "Oh, we liked this," or "This was really great,"
Yes.
it's like, "Oh, it makes
You
all
can't
the hard
put a
work
price
worth
on
it."
love.
Ah.
You can, but it's a lot of money. Yeah,
no, only $5 a month.
That is the price of love for us.
Anyway, regardless of whether you support us on Patreon or not, we are incredibly grateful that you're just
Absolutely.
listening. Thank you guys so much. As always, I'm your host and Dungeon Master Joshua. Going around the table, we have
Joan.
Duffin.
Winnie.
Relnor.
Thanks, everybody.